Hello everybody, this video is to help you install the ESRI ArcGIS version 10 student software on your personal computer. The software that is provided by the university is okay for one installation for a period of 1 year. So you can put it on the laptop that you may carry around, or you can put it on your desktop at home or whatever have you. We personally advise you to keep it on your laptop so you could have it with you in class. But you cannot give the same CD to your friend or your neighbor or the person down the street or whatever have you and let them use it. The CD is only good for one installation. So to get started, before we even touch the CD, we need to open up the cardboard pouch that it comes in, go to the internet, and bring up ESRI, ESRI.com/education edition. We're then going to sign up for our free ESRI Global account because this is required in order to use the software. So let us create a username, a password. We need to meet these requirements that they have. We confirm the password. We give them our email address. We confirm it. We need to come up with one of these special questions. For address, does not matter what address you put, but it is important that you remember the exact information you put here, because you're going to need to use the same information at a later step. Alright, now that we've set up our account, we're going to key in the code which appears on the inside of the cardboard document that your disks came in. It should start with the letters EVA. Once we hit Activate GIS, everything we need to do on the internet is done. So I can now log out, and it is time to install the software on our computer. Alright everybody, now that we successfully created our account on the internet and activated the software, it is time to go ahead and actually install the software on our local computer. To do so, we're going to insert the disk on the left side of the little cardboard container, which will say ArcGIS Desktop version 10, into our computer. And after waiting a little while, we'll come up with a screen like this. Now we're going to go to ArcGIS Desktop and click Setup. At this point, some of you are going to get an error message, and some of you won't. If you do not get an error message, please disregard the steps that I'm about to go into. But here we are indeed going to get the error message in just a moment. And the error message tells us that we need to get the Microsoft.NET Framework version 3.5 Service Pack 1. If you have a very new computer running Windows 8 or maybe even Windows 7, you won't get this message. But some of you will, so here's how we go about fixing this. We click OK, and OK for a second time. We close out of this guy. We're going to go to the internet, and at Google, type in Microsoft.NET Framework 3.5 SP1. And we're going to go to the very first hit. You should look on your screen just like this, and we're going to do download. And it's recommended that you do this at UM, because UM's internet connection is very fast. Of course, you can do this at home, but it will take much longer than it's going to in this video. So at this point, we're going to click No Thanks, save the file, and we're going to double-click this downloaded file. Click OK. This is just a security question some of you will get. Now we click Run. We agree to the fine print, which we are not going to read, of course, and we're going to click Install. This process will also be much faster at UM than it will be at home, although of course you can do this at home if you wish, but it may take up to an hour, sometimes more, depending on what kind of internet connection you have. Now that it is finished installing the .NET framework, we're going to go to Exit. We're going to close out of all of this stuff, and it's telling us to restart the computer. So we're going to listen to what it says and restart the computer. Now that we're finished installing the .NET framework, we are ready to go to install the ArcGIS software on the computer. To do so, we need to, of course, get back to that CD that we put in earlier. So we're going to bring up My Computer, and the process to get there may vary depending on your version of Windows, but once we get there, you're going to see ESRI in your CD drive. On this computer, it's drive D. On your computer, it may be a different drive. We're going to double-click this, and it comes up with the same screen that we've seen before. So we're going to ArcGIS Desktop and click Setup. You will notice that this time around we did not have the error message. So for those of you who did not get that error earlier, this is where we would pick up. We're going to click Next. We're going to agree to the fine print, which we're once again not going to bother reading. We're going to do Custom. Click Next. And we're going to make sure that everything is set to Entire Feature Stored on Local Drive, so that all of these boxes are white, just like they look on this screen. And then we click Next, we click Next again, we click Next for a third time. And now it's going to be copying some files from the CD to your computer, which may take a little while depending on your computer, so just please be patient. Alrighty, now that we're finished installing the ArcGIS software, there's one more step that we need to go through. And this is because the ArcGIS people are very, very cranky about software piracy. So we need to go through a procedure to tell the installation on our computer that it is both associated with the account we just set up a few minutes ago and with the EVA code inside of our little cardboard binder. So to do so, we're going to go into ArcInfo Single Use. We're going to click Authorize Now. We now say I've installed the software and need to authorize it. Click Next. We're going to authorize over the internet. And now we need to put in the same exact personal information that we put in earlier. So here we go. Once we click Next, we're going to describe our organization. Really doesn't matter what you put here very much. Now we're going to key in the EVA code, which is inside of our binder. Click Next. We're not going to authorize the extensions. And now there's only 3 of these extensions that you need for the course. There's nothing wrong with installing all of them. It won't hurt if you have extra hard drive on your computer, which I'm sure all of you do. You may find that these things are interesting to play with for your own research endeavors. I personally here am going to install all of them, but the 3 that you need are 3D Analyst, Network Analyst, and Spatial Analyst. But I'm going to go ahead and put all of them for this particular installation. You may do as you see fit, but make sure you have the first 3 that I mentioned. Click Next. Now it's talking to their central computers at GIS headquarters somewhere across the waves of the internet. Once we're finished, it says, "Congratulations, your software has been authorized and is ready to use." We're going to click Finish. We're going to click OK. We're going to close out of this guy, close out of this, and if everything was done correctly, we should be able to now use the ESRI ArcGIS software. So I will go to Start, All Programs, ArcGIS, and ArcMap 10. I will click that once. Sometimes it takes a little while to load for the first time. And if it comes up with the screen just like this, it means you got everything right and you're ready to go. So at this point we're going to break. I look forward to seeing you all at the next class, and we will show you how to use this very powerful software. If you need help, please do not hesitate to send me an email or come to my office hours. I will be more than happy to assist you with this, and I wish you the best of luck.